On the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project, we now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. The enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4. 還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Mordfar tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol qui sa, que nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Man. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Okay, Bangladesh is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12. Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, the translator of lost texts with 20 working languages, and this is the stream where we're going to play some chess, some Puzzle Rush, and also dueling with some of the advanced chess bots, and look at tutorial videos as language learning resources. But first, this is the stream where I Get my windows sorted out because the chess window has not appeared. There we go, more or less. And the other also must yet appear. And there we go. Okay, so I broke a personal record last week on Puzzle Rush. And today, I'm going to be trying to do that again. My personal best. That isn't it. Here we go. My personal best is 38. My best of today is 32. In the middle of the night, I did quite well. Let's see. Can I best that? How's everybody doing, chat? And let's just make sure you can actually see what's going on. Then a bit more of a zoom. Okay. Hell, wrong window. Okay, here we go. This is a pretty simple one. This is a back rank mate. This king has nowhere to go. And that rook is hanging. So we take the rook. Same deal. King is stuck, rook is hanging. Slightly different deal. This rook should have stayed where it was. If the rook stayed where it was, this would not be possible. But the rook got out of my way. So now that's check. Rook has to come back. Take the rook. That's mate. Okay. Now, my queen is hanging. It's not a great square for it. But the king is cut off. And there's really not a lot that can be done about that. So, that's mate. Once again, we got the king cut off. And there's no way to block me moving that rook to put the king in check. This is mate. A bit more complicated this time. You have to nudge back the king. When you go here with the queen, king's in check, only safe place for the king to go is over here. Then you move the queen down one more time. The king's in check again. Queen takes it. Rook takes the queen, and it's mate. Nudge. Queen takes. Rook takes. Mate. This is a slightly more complicated version of the same thing, isn't it? Alright. So, that bishop cuts off this escape square. This bishop cuts off that escape square. So there's only one good square for the king. That's h1. So, we nudge with the queen. Then we check with the queen again. This queen takes it. And the rook takes and it's mate. Here we go again. Nudge. Mate. Okay. This one's just mate in 1. It's just straight up mate. Okay. This bishop right now is attacking the queen. But the only reason that bishop can attack the queen is that this rook is defending it. I mean, not rook, knight. Knight is defending it. This knight is defending it. So here we go. We take that knight. And it doesn't really matter. There are 2 ways that this can go. Either white takes back with that pawn, or white takes back with that queen. Both of these leave the bishop hanging. So, free bishop. Okay, what are we doing here? This is another nudging mate. Nudge. Okay, so this rook is defending this queen. If the queen goes here, then the king is in check. And there's no place for the king to go. And there's no way to take the queen. So this is mate. Okay, this bishop cuts off this whole diagonal here, which leaves the king with only 1 escape square. Except that this knight, when you put it here, puts the king in check and cuts off this escape square on d7. So this is mate. Okay. Bit more complicated here. They get progressively harder. So if we go here, that's check. Where can the king go? King can go here or here. Well, no, the king can't go there, because the queen is going to be attacking that square. So that leaves 1 square for the queen, for the king to go to, and that's here. After that, well, let's see. That bishop can attack the king. That bishop attacks the king. What squares are even left? That's mate, I think, actually. So, sometimes you don't actually have to calculate the whole thing out. It just wants the first move, especially when you're playing the early rounds. When you're playing the early rounds, you're not actually having to worry too much about that. Okay. So, el alfil le corta el camino al rey. Lo que quiere decir que si la torre se desplaza a D1, el rey se encontrará en mate, jaque mate. Aquí tenemos un campo atacado por 2 figuras y sin defensa de parte de las blancas. Lo que quiere decir, a ver, ok, así que la dama al desplazarse hasta acá estará poniendo en jaque al rey El rey, por su parte, no tiene otro más remedio que refugiarse acá de uno. ¿Y qué pasa entonces? ¿A dónde va después de D1? ¿Y cómo vamos a continuar el ataque? A ver. Hmm. Ahora bien, una posibilidad sería caballo E3, pero lo que también, bueno, sería un ataque tanto al rey como a la dama, pero luego de peón E3, capturando el caballo, ¿qué más da? ¿Qué otras posibilidades tenemos? Y bueno, también hay que considerar que el objetivo de esta wea no es necesariamente matar al rey. También existe la posibilidad de que estaríamos ganando material. We could be winning material. And that is a definite possibility here. Like, okay. Okay, what threats does white have here? ¿Qué amenazas tiene? Bueno, esto sería una amenaza potente. Estaría amenazando incluso... bueno, aquí, lo que tenemos acá es una torre que en este momento se encuentra en la más completa indefensión. La dama se la puede comer al tiro. Y en este momento no tenemos cómo defender. Esta es la amenaza principal. Bueno, son dos amenazas con esta dama. Lo que quiere decir que tenemos que encontrar una manera de obstaculizar la aplicación de esas amenazas también. ¿Y cómo lo vamos a hacer? ¿Qué puede hacer este alfil? Bueno, se puede desplazar. Bueno, eso es un día. Bueno, a ver. Tenemos esta posibilidad. Ahora bien. Ah, sí. y nos ganamos la dama, el peón y luego la torre. Also gut. Was haben wir denn hier? Also, der König befindet sich in einer durchaus heiklen Lage. Zwei Fluchtwege sind bereits futsch. Und dank des Springers und der Dame bleibt nur noch C7. Wenn die Dame sich aber hierhin begibt, also D6, dann gibt es überhaupt keine Fluchtmöglichkeit mehr. Schachmatt. Also. Langsam wird es komplizierter. Also dieser Bauer blockiert gerade Schach. Der Bau ist aber verteidigt. Und zwar durch diesen Läufer. Wenn wir also uns diesen Bauern einfach auffressen, dann nimmt uns dieser Läufer uns den Läufer weg. Wir kontern dann mit Dame D4 Schach und gewinnen uns einen Turm. Dame H2 ist Schachmatt. Da gibt es keine Verteidigung gegen. Okay. Langsam. Okay, let's see. Now we've got some more complications going on. There's a lot going on this board. Okay, for one thing, this knight is defending this square here, meaning we can't just trade rooks, which wouldn't be a real puzzle rush thing to do anyway. Just a rook trade is nothing. So we gotta find another place for this. I think we gotta kick this, this knight. Which we can do with this. Where's the knight go after that? And more importantly, what do we get out of that? So then I can go here. Let's C1. Then I can go E1. Knight can go to F2. The knight can't go here because then the knight is just hanging. My pawn can just take it. And I win a pawn because you take back with that pawn. And then I can just take that pawn. But that doesn't seem like what we're meant to be doing here. What else have we got? What else is going on here? Only rooks and knights and pawns. Okay. I feel like the first move, it does have to be C4, kicking the knight. The question is, what then? Oh, hang on. There's another option. Rook sacrifices the exchange, takes the knight. King takes back. Knight here, that's check because the king's there. And the knight's also attacking this rook. So I win a rook and a knight for a rook. Now what? Okay. Okay, there's some nasty threats here from black because this rook is x-raying my king. Hey, Riveroon, how you doing? So if this bishop moves basically anywhere, then I'm in check and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Okay, so what do I have here? Well, one thing I can do is bishop f3, which is check. Where can't the king go? King can't go here. Can't go here. Or here, because this rook is covering that whole rank. Can't go here because of the pawn. So there's literally only one place for this king to go, which is here. Rook takes, and that's mate. No, it's not mate, but it's getting there because I still have to take the rook one more time. There we go. Got another pretty complicated one, relatively. Okay, that's not how that works. Okay, so that's check. That's mate, actually. Oh, I was just about to ask about the creatures. Glad to hear it. So the kitten's cool? Oh, lots of complicated things have been going on over here. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, so right now my queen's attacked. Okay, if knight takes bishop, that's check. Pawn takes. Where can my queen go after that, though? That's the real question. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. It's always nice when they actually recover. Okay, now I see. Okay, so knight here, that's check. The pawn takes back. Or no, wait, that wasn't what I was doing. No, that doesn't work. Because I was thinking there was some sort of exchange, and then queen goes here, and somehow I would be able to take the queen for a rook. Hey, Atta, how you doing? I'm not seeing that. I feel like... I bet. Okay. So... Oh, I see. Oh, okay, yeah. This bishop's gone. So now I have a free square for this queen. Okay. Knight takes with check. Doesn't really matter much who takes back, because then this is going to be mate. Okay, so bishop is cutting off all these squares. So if I go here, that's check. And where exactly can the king go at that point? Is there... What's the move? Is there any move? Can anyone touch this diagonal in a useful way? I don't think so, so I think that's just mate. Oh, that pawn can. Okay, so king is trapped here. Okay, so my queen is attacked. My queen's hanging right now. If we go here, that's check. The king's got a few escape squares, though. The king can go here. In which case, rook here. King can go here. In which case... What? Oh, I see. Take this rook. Okay, that's my first mistake. I get 3 strikes on this. Okay. This king has no escape. So I sack a rook. And that's mate. Okay, discovered attack. Okay, this is double check. Is the queen is checking and the king is checking. I mean, and the knight is checking, so... This is going to be a smothered mate, I think. Yep. Yes. Yes, I've been quite stressed related to the holidays as well. Okay, if I knight here, king's in check. King hasn't got a lot of great spaces to move to. Can't go here and here because of the queen. can't go, so at point I guess rook. No, rook can't take. Or no, hang on. $29. I considered a good round if I make it out of the 20s. And so far, that's looking pretty good. I've got one strike. And after that, I still have 2 left. Okay, if I go here, king has to take. And this is mate. Okay, so this is a free rook. The king has to get out. No, it's not a free rook, actually. The king goes here and then can just take back. And then what have I got? I haven't got a whole lot then, do I? I mean, let me see. The one thing I can be pretty sure about is that this is move 1. The king has to move. And then what? I mean, okay. If that rook is not there, then this bishop is hanging. But as long as this square is defended by the king, I don't see what good that does me. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, take this rook. King goes here and takes back. Then I put this rook here, and one of 2 bishops will be hanging. And it doesn't even particularly matter which. Okay, I win a queen here because that queen is the only way to defend. No, the queen isn't the only way to defend at that point. Okay, I think I'm moving the knight here. That is double check. Now, what do I do? Okay, right now the king is cut off here and here, but is not in check. Okay. If queen g8, that's check. It does open up this square for the king to go to. What the hell's going on here? Okay, but another option is, okay, here is also check. But that gives the king actually more escapes. No, the king can never escape to here because of the knight being there. This queen is kind of the problem. So one option is here, one option is here. Okay. Oh, I see. Now this forks. This is okay. If I go knight to g8, that attacks the king and the queen. I'll win a queen. $32. Okay. My all-time best at Puzzle Rush is 38. Okay, so I think I'm going rook here, that's check, and where does the king go after that? I mean, at that point, I think the only move is actually pawn here. And then, I guess, pawn here. Or hang on. Okay, what's this king's situation right now? Can't go here. Can't go here. Meanwhile, okay, wait a second. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. Oh, I see. That's mate. Okay. We've got a complicated one here. Okay, so this king is kind of boxed in a little bit. Can't go here. Can't go anywhere because of this rook. On the other hand, my king, black's king, isn't exactly in a great situation either. Okay, so Cats do love knocking things over. Okay, what happens if this? I guess the king takes. Rook here is check, and then I think we got a ladder mate. I was wrong on that one. I've only got one mistake left to go at this point. So looking at the way the ratings were going on these, they're supposed to be like progressively higher ratings. And it was going backwards, then I realized I switched this to Farsi. So it's right to left. Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, queen takes here. Queen takes back. This is check, and also attacks the queen. I win a queen and a knight for a queen. Okay. $34. I've got one mistake left and 4 to match my record. Okay, what candidate moves have I got? Okay, so one is rook takes that pawn, and that's check. And then probably we get bishop takes back. I mean, doesn't take back, blocks. But then, what do we do? I mean, we've also got this queen kind of stuck around here. At that point, the queen is kind of... Okay, what's the queen situation? Can't go here because pawn takes. Oh, also queen takes. Can't go here because queen takes. Can't go here because bishop takes. Can't go here because pawn takes. Can't go here because pawn also takes. So at that point, I think I've got a trapped queen. I think that's what's going on. I'm winning a queen. Now, what if rook here? Suppose maybe not. I'm not actually sure. Okay. So if rook here, what happens? Then the queen still can't go here for various reasons. Still can't go here because of the pawn. Still can't go here. Pawn also. Lots of pawn-related issues there. So I think the only move then is for the queen to take. The queen takes, then I'm getting a queen for a rook. There was something better than that. What was better than that? Oh, if I attack with a pawn, maybe? Still, not a bad showing, especially for the first game of for the first puzzle rush of the day. 34, that is... I mean, that is definitely one of my best scores ever. Not equaling my record, but doing pretty well. Oh, I think it was bishop here. Yeah, then I'm not losing a rook. Damn, I could have gotten that one. Let me just adjust this. And do one more. Okay. Here we go. Let me just see. How's that looking on the crop? Oh, that's good, actually. That's good. You get a better look at this. So, this is white. Harakat Safid. This is mate. Also mate. Also mate. Also mate. Oh, boing. Free rook. Mate. 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 Okay. This will fork a queen. Is that the move, though? Is there something better? I always have to ask that. Like, I mean, and if the alternative is if you're trying to find something better than winning a queen, you're probably looking for mate, but I don't see mate on the board here, so. Okay. Okay. This would be mate. Because the queen is backed up by this bishop. Except this rook is here screwing it all up. So it's not going to be this. Oh, but I mean, if I go here, that is kind of threatening. Well, that's threatening to take this bishop for free. What do I get out of that? I guess the bishop has to move? Where does the bishop move? Can't. Okay, not there. I guess the only place for the bishop to go then is there. But does that get me anything? Because this diagonal is protected by this bishop, so I can't just put the queen up here. I just lose the queen. Okay, if I sack this rook, then the king takes. What have I got then? Other than I'm a rook down. Okay. This is number 14. There should be something really obvious here. I don't think I'm necessarily going to be sacking that rook. Okay, fuck that one up. Okay, I'm going to be at long odds to finish in the 30s this time, but we're going to still give it a go. Oh, the rook can't take this. Hang on. Okay. So, lots of bad things happen. If the rook takes that. Okay, white has a pawn that's about to promote. A king that is not very safe. If I go here, king's in check. From there, I can go here or here. Then that actually leaves the bishop hanging. Oh wait, I'm playing for black. Harakete siyah, not harakete safid. Okay. So okay, so now what the hell am I doing? Well, that isn't a promotion threat at this point. It's a passed pawn, but it's a passed pawn that is still on its starting square. So, okay, I was looking at this completely wrong. Now, one thing that catches my attention here is the king and the queen are on the same diagonal. My bishop can access that diagonal, in which case it's x-raying the queen through the king. You win a queen, and then this looks very nice, actually. The only problem is this king can just take back. If I go here... Yeah, fuck that one up. Good timing. I wish they would show you the solution when you fuck them up. But the timing is good because it's a moment where I can just go and take a quick bio break. And I will be back in just a few minutes. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4. 還元一級の先というのは本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Benedese. Her beautiful day. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in Czech is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is skor, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux. Surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Fun. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Barbaz, okay, Barbaz is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon. Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io. I buy a computer or what? And here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, but sounds vaguely like Holden and Hok in Holden in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that proves it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, ça son chasser. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse. Okay, time to continue my bot duel. Now, I have been slowly progressing for a while now. And I'm now on the advanced bots. I'm on Ulha, a 1900 rated bot. Let's see how we do against her. I've been playing around with alternative move orders. Okay, that's not great because I ended up having to move my... Wait, what's this? Move my knight twice. Okay, there's a threat here. Is if this... Then queen here is mate. That is a worry. Albeit not a worry I have to be too concerned about just yet. Queen trade. Okay, yeah, why not? Well, now we have one of these weird bot moves where the king just goes out. Ah, okay, that's annoying. Sorry. Okay. This is a very awkward position for me, though it seems like it is not entirely bad. Exchange sacrifice. Okay, so I've got a discovery potentially against the king right now, because if this knight moves, then it's check. The question is, what can I get with that? Okay, if I go here, that's check. King can... Okay, so... Okay, have I got anything here? Well, yeah, I got my fucking rook eaten up. I guess that's something. I guess that counts. Okay, can I get stalemate at least? This is one of the advanced ones. This isn't even the first 1900 rated one. Okay. No, okay. Trying her again. Gonna go with something more conventional in my English. As I feel like I'm screwing myself with the way that I've been doing it. This is an Anglo-Scandi. So, do what's traditional. Interesting, queen doesn't take. Anyway, to take advantage of that. I mean, I could go en passant like this. But I don't think that actually helps me. I think that actually helps black. Oh, okay. I'm liking this a whole lot better now. This might... This is a good sign. I'm up a queen. Well, not up a whole queen, but... Okay. King has castled. It's castled into, I don't know, not necessarily the safest structure I've ever seen, because these pawns have been pushed way ahead. Like, there's no cover here. The problem is this pawn is still around. As long as that pawn is there. Okay, let's just trade. Oh, we don't want to trade. Yeah, that's understandable. Trades are not actually good when you're in this sort of a position. Okay. Ooh, I beat her. Okay, we're analyzing that. Oh, that wasn't analyzing. Game review. And what does it tell us? Okay. One great move, and what was that? Taking the queen for free. So, yeah, it likes the trading. Okay. What was the game rating? Oh, wow. So she really did not do great. Her game rating was 950, mine was 1750. That is where the engine estimates the rating based on how well you played. Zebon. It's actually a bit disorientating to have it on the right to left format, and all my crops are based on it not being there. Switch it to Uzbek. Okay, next bot. So we've beaten Olga. Ooh, our first 2,000. Okay, let's do it. 2,000. Gonna just start out by playing my very normal English. Okay. If I kick the bishop, that has some advantages, I feel. Okay. I mean, what do I do here? This one option is to go here. There's not a whole lot that can be done. Attack the queen. And yeah, that's not great. What I feel like Well, there's still something to play for here. Oh, no, this pawn is not free for the taking. The queen defends it. Oh, I see. Okay, what are we doing here? I feel like I'm pretty well boxed in. This diagonal is covered by the dark squared bishop. This square is defended by the pawn here and the rook. If I were to do an exchange sack to take this bishop, which has proved to be terribly irritating, out of circulation, then I'm short a rook and black ends up with a passed pawn. And I'm already down a little bit of material. There, that pawn is one. It's a passed pawn. Okay, and that bishop's gone. I feel like that is an improvement. Oh, okay. Okay, that wasn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping to create a passed pawn there. Instead, I didn't. Instead, I lost a potential passed pawn, and now I'm 2 pawns down. Okay. Got any pawn winning options? Oh, hang on. Got this. Does this help me at all? I feel like this is completely useless. In fact, it actually helps Black's pawn structure. Okay, we are moving very much into the world of the end game, and not a winning one for me so far. Oh, that sucks. Not as bad as it could have, amazingly. Not sure. Yeah. We'll try another one. Okay, one option is a queen trade. I think we'll do that, take that queen off the board. Castle. Okay, this is already looking better as a result of that. Damn, that was not what I should have done. That was a bad idea. Now I'm down a piece. And I'm about to be down more. Okay, I avoided losing a rook. Not bad, considering. I have to get this knight out of a very annoying position. Okay. It's already looking better for me. Now I've just got to get my pieces a bit more activated. Yeah. Still up the 2 pawns. That isn't great. What can I do to dislodge? Now I've got my pieces tied up again in an annoying sort of a way. Maybe if I remaneuver this knight, I can get something out of it. Okay. Now what? Yeah, now I'm really not looking great. I don't have to worry about the diagonals, though. That's good. Yeah, that is a most annoying move. Okay. So we're in an endgame now. endgame that is looking very bad for me, I should add. Especially since I screwed that up. What's this? She could have promoted all of those pawns. She letting me win? What the hell is this? Oh, I see. Okay, that's my ass kicked. Let's see what we've got to look at in the world of tutorials as language learning resources. Spelle computer Uxrach. Oh, that isn't Russian. That's Mongolian. Okay, we're gonna look at some Mongolian PC building tutorial. Why not? Is I try to include some of the languages that are less common and harder to find on here. Plus, I'm also interested in Mongolian. It's one I've worked on a little bit on and off. And if I can find stuff on here, that makes it easier for other people who are also trying to find things. So here we go. Computer Uxrach Ued Humusin Garadag Turemech Ashtanod Nomiradin. This is a channel called Bulb TV. I'm gonna drop the link in chat right now. And we're gonna see. Okay, first of all, subtitle situation. It's offering me auto-generated Romanian subtitles for a Mongolian video. I have a feeling that's not going to be very helpful, actually, YouTube, but thank you for letting me know. Here we go. Okay, audio is a bit low.
Тэгэхээр энэ удаагийн шийдвэр юу ярих вэ гэхээр яг идэвхтэй тайд хэсэг дээр байгаа шиг компьютер угсрахад янз бүрийн жижиг сайжиг ингээд түгээмэл гаргадаг алдан. Ерөнхийдөө тэр алдаанаас тоочд одоо
He really likes the stock photos.
Тэр явах чинь. Тэгэхээр энэ таван алдааны эхний алдаа нь юу вэ гэхээр ерөнхийдөө бол компьютертай таараагүй хямд watt багтай PSU буюу power supply буюу тэжээлийн блок.
Тэжээлийн okay, power supply. Тэжээлийн block is power supply, PSU. Okay, we've learned a word.
Маш их хямдхан power supply буюу тэжээлийн блок нь маш их байдаг.
Тэжээлийн block.
Та PC угсрахтаа өөрт бий бүх хөнгөө тооцлоо гэж бодоход тэр тооцоон дээрээ та ингээд power supply буюу тэжээлийн блок дээр ингээд баг урт гаргалаа гэж хэлсэн. Тэгмэд ерөнхийдөө бол баг урт гарахын чинь мэдээж одоо тийм сайн тэжээлийн блок авахгүй юм чинь мэдээж watt нь баг байна. Watt нь баг байхаар одоо яах талаар одоо танд ярьж өгье. Одоо ингээд та бүх задтаа тооцоод маш хүчтэйс өөрийнхөө задал тохируулаад маш.
Okay, so far this isn't a great example of what we're going for when we're looking for tutorials for like comprehensible input. Because the problem with it is we're not really getting much audio-visual coordination here. We're not really seeing him do a thing as he explains the thing. We're just getting still images that he talks over.
Өндөр хүчин чадалтай график карт болоо, өндөр чадалтай өндөр вактамжтай RAM болоо. Одоо жишээлбэл 16 8 ГГц гэх юм тиймэрхүү RAM болоо. 32-ыг татсан байж болно. Тэгээд тэр бүхнийг нэгтгэх бас motherboard буюу их хатаацсан байгаа. Тэгээд танд ерөнхийдөө бол HDD SSD
Okay. So I would say not a great example of what we're trying to do. I mean, maybe it's great great advice on PCs and PC builds and stuff, but it is not particularly useful if your goal is to learn Mongolian from it. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Let's see. Let's try another language that is less common, but that there's definitely interest in. We're going to look at Icelandic chess tutorial content. Copy video URL, dropping a link in chat for anyone interested in the channel. It is Jon Viktor Gutnarsson. Enskile Kuritin Kafli 8th. Let's see, no subs available.
Já, þá komið að enska leiknum. Sem sagt C4 E5, ritari C3, ritari F6.
Okay. I must say the audio could use some work. Like, I'm having to already turn up my speakers again just to hear it. You want clear audio. Oh, nice touch though. He's got Big Ben there because it's the English English opening.
Það að taka fyrir hérna G3, nú hvítur á þetta fleiri leiki eins og ritari F6, ritari C6. Það er fjara ritartafls, ensku leikur og E4 hefur verið vinsælt hérna. Og kannski taka það fyrir síðar. En ég ætla að einbeita mér að G3 hérna. D5, C-tröpur, ritari D5, biskup G2, ritari B6 og þetta ritari F3 sem sagt mainline hérna en það talið frekar solid á.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I mean, for our purposes, this is another one that is actually, I think, not great, which is probably not a bad thing. To show examples of stuff that might not work as well, especially for like beginners, because the more advanced you are, the easier it is to find comprehensible input in stuff on subjects that interest you, because more input becomes comprehensible. This is the real challenge is when you're beginning, when you're really just starting out and you need more sort of visual support and more like better audio clarity. Like the audio on this isn't great. He's sort of, he's not speaking quite as clearly as he could either. So let's see what else we've got. Okay. Already. Well, jag tänker inte. We're looking at tutorial videos as language learning resources. Okay, and this is Arabic. This is an Arabic video on the Scandinavian defense. Oh, okay, auto-generated Arabic subs, not bad. I'm gonna drop the link in chat for anyone interested in the channel or the video.
اهلا بكم في قناتكم قناه قصر الشطرنج. النهارده هنتعلم ازاي نرد على الدفاع الاسكندنافي. ازاي نرد عليه؟ طبعا انا الحاجات اللي اقولها النهارده دي مش اداري، يعني دي مش مثلا مش البيست موف، لانك انت مش لازم تخش مع اللي قدامك ده الدفاع اللي هو بيلعب. ازاي؟ اقول لكم ازاي. دلوقتي انت مثلا بتلعب E4.
Okay. Audio's not great on this.
هو لعب D5. لازم تفرقه. لازم تفرقه. ازاي افرقه؟ في كذا حاجه طبعا. دايما انت لو دخلت مثلا في التفريعه دي هتاخد بدأ في بدأ.
Speaks pretty clear. I mean, the audio, it's like he's got the gain on too high or something like that. But I mean,
خلاص انت كده دخلت جوه في سكته.
قلت لي
انت كلاعب بدأ ملك لازم تلعب حاجات مفاجأة لخصومك. حاجات مش متداولة. التحضير دلوقتي يا جماعة يعتبر 50% من المكسب اللي ما كانش اكتر. طب هنلعب ايه هو؟ انا لما اقترحها ودي مش
yeah, like it's really, yeah, I mean, you've got that sort of cutoff effect. Like his gain's on way too high. But other than that, I mean, the audio is pretty clear.
بيست موف عشان بقول لكم يعني دي مش من اول 5 اقتراحات. بس هنحاول ان شاء الله نجيب النقلات المنطقيه. طبعا انا هسيب لك هنا بره التقييم عشان خاطر تحكم انت. طبعا هو في طبعا ممكن نلعب نقلات تاني. انا برضه بقترح لك نقلات تعتبر قريبه شويه من البيست موف بس بشريه. مش هتلعب واحد انجن يعني. هنا ممكن نلعب حاجه زي E4. D4 دي اسمها ديمر جامبيت. مرة قبل كده شرحتها زمان في القناة يعني وكذا قناة.
جامبيت. Is that gambit?
صحتها. بس احنا هنشوف طبعا الردود المنطقية اللي ممكن هو يلعبها. طبعا خلي بالك انت لو بتلعب مع واحد طبعا مستحيل يلعب حاجة زي مثلا E6 اللي هو فرنساوي أو C6 اللي هو كروكان. هو راجل جاي يلعب سكندنافي فمش هيخش حاجة تانية خالص. يعني مش هيخش لا فرنساوي ولا كروكان. فطبعا أول على الإنجن أفضل على الإنجن إن هو ياكل.
Okay, this is like the Scandinavian main line, interesting, which I've never really seen. My familiarity with the Scandinavian is the Anglo-Scandinavian, which, starts C4, then D4, the pawn takes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then the queen takes, and then you take A, then you attack the queen while developing your knight. This doesn't work quite the same way.
MSC هذا البيت. طبعا هنا عندك آلات كتير جدا. طبعا يحمل الحصان، يحمل
you could sort of transition into it.
يحمل البيدق، يلعب E5 على طول. وانا اجيب لك ماتش على حاجه شبه E5 دي.
E5.
في النهايه تقول لك العب C5 وتقول ايكوال. عادي يعني. هنشوف حاجه. طبعا هنخش في اول نقله تعتبر منطقيه شويه. F5. انا عم حملت البيدق ببيدق خلاص على كده. مع شرط تطلبه تاني بس انا خدت بالي وانام عليه. بس طبعا دي نقله مش كويس قوي يعني. ليه؟ بتفتح اوتار على الملك بتاعه. دي لازم هو تبقى العمليه صعبه شويه. هنشوف واحده واحده. هنا بتلعب بقى النقله الثالثه على الانجن مش اولى ولا الثانيه.
Okay.
F3 خد بدأ تاني عام بس على سبيل الانتشار. فانا كده انا خلاص عملت لندن
Audio is really sort of the weak point in this because his microphone just isn't quite set right. Let's try another.
يا مساء أنوار. النهارده معانا آخر حلقة في الدفاع الاسكندنافي، تفريع اسمه التفريع الحديث أو المودرن. مختلف شوية عن اللي فات كله. في إيه؟ تعالوا نشوف. بس قبل ما نبدأ.
Okay, I mean he's already speaking way clearer. I like that. Slower too, which is nice.
اعمل سبسكرايب. هتشجعني أكتر ممكن تعمل لايك.
I like how like and subscribe, just as English words have now made it into like every it seems like every single language is using them to some
يلا
extent.
نبدأ. E4.
At least
E5. ED5.
I mean, and there's a thing right there in Arabic, and this is something we've seen with other Arabic chess channels. They don't really use, since they're already using like the Latin letters, the Latin alphabet for the square names. They don't say, you know, واحد اثنين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة, you know, ستة سبعة ثمانية. You know, the Arabic numbers, they just use the English ones. E5.
نايت F6. كنا بنعمل قبل كده، كنا بنلعب كده ويلعب كده ويكسب تيمبو أكوين. لا يا عم احنا مش هنعمل الكلام ده كله وما نكسبش تيمبو أكوين بتاعتي ولا حاجة. أنا هطلع بالمال قدامه يلعب أكتر من اللعبة الرئيسية والأجمل. يعمل كده ويقول لي أنت ماسك بالبدء بتعمل ده، أنت ما كنتوش تسمح لي أدافع عنه. أو
This is a channel called Chess Cafe.
رهيب. طيب نبدأ بإيه؟ تعال نبدأ بالتفكير الجميل.
Kind of have to take that pawn, don't you?
هو لا كده كل يا عم البدء بألف هنا. أنا كتبت لك بدء وكل بدء ونبقى خالصين عشان ما تبقاش بتصل في البدء وربنا يبارك لنا في أمتنا. أقول له أشكرك. آكل ينتشر بالنايل. أطلع كده عشان عايز أفنكت البيشوب بتاعه وأحط في الوتر المهم دوت. ينتشر البيشوب بتاعه. ينتشر بالبيشوب بتاعي يبيت.
I mean, one of the helps here is he actually, and this is not, interestingly, this is not an unusual thing in Arabic from what I've seen. The names of the pieces, he says like bishop for bishop and stuff like that. So for beginners in particular, that's handy because you've got, I mean, if you know, you know, at least the basics of chess, you've got that kind of a foothold because you already are going to understand a few of the words just because he's using English words.
الراجل ما لعبش دي 4. الراجل حب يلعب اللعبة المكارة دي. بعد ما لعبت النايت حب يلعب كده. طيب ابعد يا عم البيشوب ما يصحش كده. طب انا هرجع ومصر احمي البدء بتاعي.
هرجع. Oh, okay, this must be Egyptian.
يا عم هيسقط. لا انا مصر احمي. طيب براحتك. اسمح لي عكس الكوين. هيجي ما يصحش ارجع. حاضر رجعت. بدأ دلوقتي هذا بقطعتين هيسقط. لا انا متمسك بيه. يا عم بقول لك هيسقط. المال بتاعي اهو. صرفت البدء ولا ما سقطش. كان ايه لازم تراعي بقى من الاول اهو. كان طبعا هندي البيشوب رجع. كان مش لازم العند. حلو. كان بالذكر ان هو بعد ما لعب اللعبه دي كان عنده لعبه اجمل.
Okay, this is not a bad one. I'm gonna just drop this link into Arabic resources in the Discord. Have I got Arabic resources? I feel like there must be. Definitely had other Arabic. Yeah, there we go. Trying to keep those well populated.
ان هو يلعب في الدي 2. انا اكل البدء بتاعي يلعب بالدي 4 ينتشر البيشوب والجيم يكمل بقى بسلاسه بدون تمسك وده الرد طبعا الاصح. طيب نرجع احنا شفنا
Nerga.
اللعبة دي. طب ماذا لو
I guess nerga it means like, or nerja means like going back.
نفكر كده قدامنا لعبة من لعبتين الأمر سهل جدا يا هلعب كده يا هلعب كده نشوف دي الأول تعالى نشوف دي أنا لما ألعب كده هو طبعا يفضل له ياكل أنا أسترد بالبيشوب بتاعي يلعب هو كده ألعب أنا كده انتشر بالبيشوب انتشر بالبيشوب بتاعي يبيت.
Okay, so that's not bad, although it goes a little bit fast. We haven't done anything with Japanese in a bit. So here, this is a channel called Kijin Channel. And this is a Japanese chess tutorial. With a VTuber, apparently. Okay. So, we've got Japanese subs for this. No English subs. But Japanese subs, which is also good. Because it helps with the reading. So, this is on the Grunfeld defense. 上級者も好む強力な波状水。
皆さん、こんにちは。今回はグリエンフェルドディフェンスについて解説します。黒はあえて盤面。
Oh wow, you don't really actually need. She's got the subs already hard-coded into the video.
のバランスを崩すことで勝ちを目指すことを目的としています。
Okay. She speaks clearly. I mean, this is not particularly fast either, but for Japanese standards. Japanese already is kind of a fast language.
局面の評価が非常に難解で、白はエクスチェンジサクリファイスにより盤面の優位を保つ可能性があるため、初心者には少し難しいオープニングかもしれません。このオープニングは黒が自身
I mean, one of the handy things about this, because one real challenge with Japanese is you've got Chinese characters, you've got kanji. And so if you're listening and you've got the text in front of you, you will occasionally, that can help you like learn kanji. So that is handy actually.
X と指したキングスインディアンディフェンスから分岐するため、ハイパーモダンのオープニングに分類されます。通常、キングスインディアンディフェンスでは3手目、黒ビショップ G7 と指し、フィアンケットを組み、白が E4 と指したところで黒 D6 と指し、中央に干渉します。対して、グリエンフェルドディフェンスでは3手目、黒 D4 と指し、フィアンケットを組む前に積極的に中央に干渉します。
Yes, very cute PNG tuber.
D5 のポーンを F6 のナイトでサポートする形は白に E4 と指す手を残しているため、状況によっては手順につながり、白に中央を制圧されてしまうと考えられます。例えば、クイーンズ・ギャンビットにおいて白 D4、黒 D5、白 C4。
I mean, this is really handy. Okay, so also in Japanese, notice she says D4, not D4. D5 and not like D5. I think my mother plays this sometimes on the piano. Yeah, relaxing music. She speaks very clearly, pleasant voice.
黒ナイト F6 と指した局面では、白ポーンテイク D5、黒ナイトテイク D5 と続く。
テイクだ。
ポーンを交換した際、白は E4 と指すことによって白はビショップの道を開き中央を支配しながらナイトを攻撃できます。なので黒ナイト F6 は黒の手損につながるため悪手だと考えられています。
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is pretty good. She speaks rather quickly, but not like unnaturally fast for Japanese. Japanese has that sort of a rhythm anyway.
しかし、グリエンフェルドディフェンスでは白のナイトが C3 のマスに配置されているため、黒はナイトを交換することができます。具体的には白ポーンテイク D5、 黒ナイトテイク D5
And her, like, hard-coded subs are quite accurate. I mean, she said it's the exact thing that she's saying. 具体的には、白 C テイク D5、黒ナイトテイク D5、白 E4、黒ナイトテイク C3、C3、白 B テイク C3 と続きます。Exactly what she said.
白 E4 黒ナイトテイク C3 白ポーンテイク C3 と続きます。序盤白に中央を強力に制圧されますが黒はビショップ G7
Interesting. Should they use in Japanese? They're using the same terminology for openings as in shogi.
と指しフィアンケットを組むことで中央のポーンに対抗します。白は B ファイルのポーンがなくなったことにより C3 のマス C4 のマスが永続的な白の弱点になります。
Okay, this is good. I mean, for... Yeah, she speaks clearly. I mean, she's illustrating, you know, the visuals are good. So, I would say this is actually quite a good video for these purposes.
3のポーンに間接的に圧力をかける黒のピアンケットビショップが非常に強力になります。
Don't remember if I actually already linked
これを利用
this.
し黒は C5 ナイト C6 と指し B4 のポーンを集中放火することが黒の戦略となります。また黒は長期的に C4 のホールを狙いナイトを配置する手も有効です。状況によっては C5 クイーン A5 と指し弱くなった C3 のポーンを狙っていくことも可能です。
There we go. There is now a
な
Japanese
お、こ
resources
のポーン
section.
構造では
Yeah, I mean, if you're reading this and listening, it will actually probably help you with kanji and stuff. Because you have, like, 構造、将来的、交換、可能性、高く。
C ファイルのポーンが将来的に交換される可能性が高く黒はクイーンサイドでポーンの数が多い状態になります。エンドゲームまで
クイーンサイド。
積んだ場合お互いにキングはキングサイドに配置されるためクイーンサイドのポーンが多い方が有利になりやすいと言われています。しかし白は中央に並んだポーンがかなり強力に盤面を支配しており適切なタイミングで中央のポーンを崩すことができれば黒に有利な盤面となります。逆に白はフィアンケットのビショップの脅威を取り除きつつ白は D5 と指しクイーンサイドを制圧することができれば白に有利な盤面となります。
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, let's see what else she's got on here. Videos. チェス名曲。エバーグリーンゲーム。チェス講座。ポンシアーニオープニング。Oh, she's got the Ponziani on here. Modern Scandinavian. Racing opening. London system. Chat GPT versus Stockfish. Wana だらけ。See what else we've got. We've got some, it seems like absolute beginners here. チェス名曲。So like famous games, she's got like also just courses, introductory courses. チェス入門。グリークギフト。Greek gift sacrifice. 数手でチェックメイト。Okay, let me just check this out. This is one of those quick mates.
皆さん こんにちは。
こんにち
今
は。
回はフィッシングポールトラップについて解説します。
Fishing pole trap. Okay. I don't know if I've heard of this one. I may have actually experienced it though. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. This, you get rid of this pawn. Then the rook and the queen come together on the H file and you're fucked. Okay, yes, I have seen this. I didn't know it was called that.
序盤に片方がキャスリングした際に駒を捨てることによりルークの道を強制的
Yeah, you can't take that knight.
に開くテクニックです。
You take that knight and you're screwed.
知識がない場合、断手数でゲームが終了することがある非常に強力なトラップになります。様々なオープニングで発生する可能性があり、応酬が非常に難解ですが、トラップの意味を理解することで正確な判断ができるようになるかもしれません。今回はいくつかのオープニングを例にとって紹介します。
That's minuet in G. That is like the first thing I ever kind of learned to play on piano this time.
まずはルイ・ロペスから始まるオ
Never
ー
got
プ
far
ニング
with
について見てみます。黒がナイト F6 と指し E4 のポーンを攻撃する手に対
Yes,
し
I
て
very quickly gave up on the piano because I was frustrated with the two-handed thing.
白は攻撃されたポーンを無視して
It was like 7 at the
白
time.
キングサイドキャスリングと指しキャスリングを優先します。この局面では通常黒はナイトテイク E4 と指しポーンを取り除きます。白は D4 と指すことで将来的に E5 のポーンを取り返すことができるため問題はありません。一例ですが黒ナイト D6 と指しビショップを攻撃する手に対して白ビショップテイク C6 黒ポーンテイク C6 白ポーンテイク E5 と続きポーンを取り返します。この
Yeah,
後は
I mean, this is good. I mean, she goes nicely, nice and slow. She explains everything. You can, I mean, she's very clear. The visuals are good. Berlin no Kabe. The Berlin Wall.
黒ナイト F5 と指し攻撃をかわす手に対して白クイーンテイク D8 チェック黒キングテイク D8 と続き序盤にクイーンの交換が行われ局面は穏やかになります。
Oh, and because that pawn's there, yeah.
しかし4手目まだ黒はキャスリングしていないことを利用し黒ナイト G4 と指し直
Yeah, I mean, with the arrows and stuff, I mean, this is good. Good combination of visuals and explanation. And you've got the text right there. She, like, went to the trouble of actually, like, putting hard-coded subs in there, which is a pain in the ass, I have to say. Which is why I don't do it as much as I ought to.
直接キングサイドを狙うことがあります。このナイトは F2 のマスを狙っており白にとっては将来的に脅威となる可能性が高い駒
Yo, Dick on the Vada.
です。なので白は H3 と指しポーンでナイトを攻撃して追い払います。ここで黒は
Yeah, I mean, and if you know anything about if you know anything about chess, this is actually even better content for comprehensible input. Because you know the words you would use to describe what she just did. We would all just call this kicking the knight. How did she say that? Let's remind ourselves.
駒です。なので白は H3 と指しポーンでナイトを攻撃して追い払います。
Oiharaimasu, which is to chase away. So, knight o oiharaimasu. だ
ここで
けど、
黒は
危ないぞ。
H5 と指します。この手はナイトを捨てることになりますが、ルークの強力な車線が開いてしまうため、白はナイトを取ることができません。仮に白がポーンテイク G5 と指し、ナイトを取り除いた場合について考えてみます。
Okay, yeah. And I'm kind of curious. She's going to explain how to get out of this. I mean, it seems to me that... I mean, if there's a way to get out of this where you can take that knight, that would be nice. I mean, it seems like the best thing to do is just not to take the knight in the first place, but there you go.
対して黒はポーンテイク G4 と指しポーンを取り返しルークの車線を開きます。この盤面は端ファイルが完全に開くため白はかなり危険な状態になっています。
かなり危険な状態。それもそうだけどね。まったくやばいと言わざるを得ないな。だってさ、クイーンとルックが協力してチェックメイトに追い込むことができるわけだからね。
また G4 に配置された黒のポーンはクイーンの展開先である重要な H4 のマスを牽制しているナイトを攻撃しており非常に強い働きを持っています。この局面においてナイトを逃がした場合は白はチェックメイトを回避できなくなります。仮に白がナイト E1 と指した場合は黒クイーン H5 と続きます。
Yeah, you're still screwed.
この配置では白には H2 のマスを守ることができません。ここで白が F3 と指しキングの回避できるマスを開けたとしても黒は G3 と
Yeah, I mean already the queen is
指すことで F2 のマスを抑えることができるためやはりチェックメイトを回避できません。
Yeah.
また白ナイト H2 と指し攻撃をかわした場合も同様に黒クイーン H5 と続き次に黒はクイーンテイク H2 チェックメイトを狙います。
Yeah, you're still screwed.
ここで白がルーク E1 と指しキングの回避できるマスを開けたとしても黒クイーンテイク H2 チェック白キング F1 黒ナイト D4 と続き次の黒クイーン H1 チェックメイトを回避することができません。
Shit.
また白が F3 と指したとしても同様に黒 G3 と続き完全に白の受けがなくなります。
Yeah, totally screwed. Rui Lopez Berlin defense. Okay. So, good channel, I think, for the comprehensible input for people who are looking for stuff for, like, Japanese content to listen to. Gonna drop this one in the resources section over in the Discord. Japanese resources. At this point, we've got a bunch of these resources channels. We've got Finnish resources, Russian resources, Spanish resources, Arabic resources. Is there any way to make these, like, alphabetical? Yes, apparently. Spanish resources, French resources. Stick French resources there. Romanian resources, Russian resources, Mongolian resources, Korean resources, Turkish resources, Italian resources, German resources, Bavarian resources, Dutch resources, Farsi resources, and Japanese resources. Ah, okay, that was easier than I thought. Not only that, they're alphabetical. Now the resource channels are alphabetically arranged, which will make it easier to find what you're looking for. I thought that would be sort of automatic with Discord, but apparently it isn't. Okay. This is a suggestion from Giga M.
Hej alle sammen.
Okay, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, so we've got Danish auto-generated. And for Danish, very important. Okay, so we've got rum balls. We're making chocolates. Okay, very good suggestion, GGM. This is, I mean, I don't, we'll see how good the video is for these purposes, but it's about chocolate, and I like chocolate. So, I mean, already in that regard, good choice, good choice.
Og glædelig valentinsdag.
Clearly, no, I mean, the subtitles, the Danish subs are very handy for these purposes. Because Danish, the trouble with Danish is that unlike other Scandinavian languages, it does not really sound the way the words look in writing. Like, look at the word glædelig. Glædelig.
Hej alle sammen, og glædelig valentin.
I mean, glædelig. I mean, the way it's written, if you, it would be glædelig in, like, Norwegian, for example. And you might notice that it actually has in it the word glad. That's because that's how closely related English is to the Scandies.
Valentinsdag er jo ikke noget, vi fejrer så meget.
Valentine's Day. Notice
Denmark,
again, so it helps to actually have this written out to get used to, especially if you're coming from other Scandinavian languages, because you look at this and it looks like Norwegian. It's spelled a little bit different. There are differences. But all in all, as a Norwegian speaker, you read Danish, it's like reading slightly strangely spelled Norwegian. A little bit different for like Swedish speakers, but not too different. But when you hear it, it doesn't sound a damn thing like what it's written out if you're used to like how Norwegians pronounce these letters. So having these subtitles there, these auto-generated, definitely good.
Men når jeg tænker på valentinsdag, så tænker jeg på lækker chokolade. Det har jeg nemlig samtidig fået af Simon. Så jeg tænkte, jeg vil dele en opskrift med jer på de lækre romkugler.
Lækre romkugler.
Jeg har fået et lidt sundere twist. Jeg har nemlig valgt at bruge sorte bønner som den sådan hemmelige ingrediens. Det er med til at give en helt fantastisk konsistens, så de kommer til at smage nærmest præcis som dem, du kan få ved bageren. For at lave romkuglerne skal du bruge...
Okay. I mean, that's a pretty setup, I guess, with the candles and stuff, visually appealing, but Jesus, I would not be cooking like that. Especially with, like, long sleeves? No. That's how you set yourself on fire. I mean, it's not just the one. It looks like she's got two candles there, right in places she's going to have to be reaching. Okay, Giga, have you watched this video? She's not gonna end up like wrapped in a fire blanket, is she?
En foodprocessor, og så skal du ellers bruge en dåse sorte bønner, som du dræner og skyller, og så skal de blende sammen med en masse andre lækre ingredienser. Vi skal have nogle bløde, saftige dadler, hvor jeg fjerner stenen. 150 gram skal vi bruge her, og så 3 spiseskefulde af en kokosolie, der gerne skal have en stuetemperatur, sådan at den er til at...
Okay, she's gonna drop this link in chat. She speaks very clearly. She speaks at a pretty reasonable speed. I mean, I am worried that she's going to like set herself on fire. But I mean, from a language learning standpoint, that actually potentially makes the input more compelling. Danish resources. We're gonna create a new channel for these. No, we're not. We're not going to spell it that way. We're going to delete this. Okay, can we edit? Okay, we can edit the channel name. Good, because that looks like shit. Danish resources. There we go. Dropping that in the chat. Because it is time for us to wrap up for today. I will be back tomorrow. Same place, same time, 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Let me just say, if you're enjoying this, please consider, if you can, supporting the channel with. You can do a one-off donation. You can join the Patreon. I always very much appreciate that, as I appreciate everybody who's already in the Patreon. If you can't, you can't, and I understand that very, very well. Times kind of suck for everyone at the moment. Yes, aesthetically combustible. That's a very good. That should be a band name, actually. And let me just, for a one-off donation, let me also just give you that link. Have a good evening, and